then only for a minute. I want to change my mind, 'cause this just don't feel right to me. I wanna raise your spirits, I want to see you smile. No, that means I'll have to leave.
Welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited to be back with another makeup tutorial for you guys. So this one is a super colorful look, as you know by the title, because we're going to be using the new James Charles palette with Morphe. So this is a first impressions slash kind of review, and I'm just going to be showing you guys this eye look right here. I pretty much used a bunch of the colors, to be honest, so I think it's a pretty good review overall. I tried to use as many colors as I could without looking too crazy, and this is what I came up with. I was inspired by an artist, and let me just put it out there before I get yelled at. JDEZTV. That's what it says. So the picture looks like this. So it looks super pretty. So I recreated it. I added some glitter. And yeah. And then I think I forgot to mention what I was wearing on my lips. So on my lips I am wearing the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the shade Stripped, and I actually got this at TJ Maxx for like $7, so it was a steal and it looks hella bomb. So just kind of how the palette looks. It comes in this box right here. It's super cool. I did think about recreating this, but then I feel like too many people already did it, you know? And then the actual palette is black, and it has shiny letters and then a matte black background. I do like that it's actually black because it just stays cleaner, I feel, especially with colors like this. So this is what the inside of the palette looks like. It's hella freaking bomb. It looks bomb in pictures and everything, but in person, you guys, like, it really is like that, like 360 palette that you can use for bridals, neutrals, or creative, like fun colors. So I definitely think it's worth the price. I think I got it for the for $39 after I used a code, and yeah. So if you guys want to see how I created this look using this palette, then just keep on watching. Alright, loves, so the first thing I like to start off with is with a primer. So I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty Concealer as my primer today. James Charles did say to use an actual eyeshadow primer, but I decided to use what I usually use and test it out this way. And so far it looks good. So I'm going to be grabbing the purple shade in the palette, and I'm placing this at the beginning of my crease. And you guys will see I kind of divided my crease in like 3 different sections for the 3 different colors. So I'm just blending this out. These shades do have very little fallout, to be honest, for this pigmented colors, and colors like these I feel like it has like no fallout whatsoever almost, but it does have a little bit, but it's nothing bad. It's not a make it or break a deal for me. So now I'm going to be taking this blue shade right here, and once again, super pigmented. Like, I didn't even have to tap that many times and the color showed up on my lid. And I'm just making sure that the blue and the purple are blending well together, and that I also blend that up really nicely. And well, going back to the fallout thing, it's not like a break it or make it deal for me. I feel like it just works when I put the powder underneath my lid, and then I can just swipe it off. Also, this green, once again, super pigmented. I'm just going to keep saying that because honestly, all the shades that I used in this look were like super pigmented. Like compared to the 35B palette, I had to keep packing on the color. And with this one, like you can pack it up, but also with just a little bit, like it goes so far. So now I'm going to be cutting my crease, and as you guys will see, it's like a normal cut crease, and towards the end of like where the wing is, I swoop it up. Um and you guys will see how I do this. I also have kind of a trick for cutting my crease. So what I do first is with a little bit of concealer, I kind of draw it out, but then I take some makeup remover wipes and I clean off all the excess color without getting too into detail, like where I really want to cut it with the concealer. I hope that makes sense to you guys, but pretty much I take off all the excess color and then I go back in with concealer, and that's when I really go into detail and make sure that my cut crease is super clean. And I feel like this just saves me time, and it also makes the colors cleaner and more vibrant. So that's how I cut my crease, and as you guys can see, that's the shape that I decided to do for this look. Alright, so now I'm going to be taking the lightest shimmer in the palette. I was really hoping that this color would be more of a white highlight, but it is still kind of more goldish. And it wasn't as pigmented as I wanted it to be, but it was still alright. It was there. So now I'm going to be taking the pink and I'm going to be blending that into the other color that I just used, the light shade. And once again, just packing it on, blending it out, making sure everything is nice and blended is the key, you guys. Pack and blend, pack and blend. So I feel like the real test is this red shade right here, because reds are so hard to formulate, I feel. Like all companies try to come out with the red shade and it's never really that good. This one, it does draw a little bit more towards a pink red, but I actually prefer that rather than all the other ones that are kind of more of like a brownish tone red. I hope you guys get what I mean. But it was pretty pigmented and once again, super pretty. Now this orange, once again, you guys, hella freaking pigmented, and it looks a little yellow in the pan, but once you place it, it's definitely like orange. And I'm just blending the red upwards with the orange. Now I'm going to be taking the yellow shade in the palette. Once again, this is another staple color that I wanted to make sure was like hella good to like really tell me if this palette was worth it. And this one, I didn't use too much of this color, but just with the little brush that I used, I feel like it did the job. Like you could definitely still see the difference between the orange, the yellow, and the green. Now, after this is another trick that I do. I just use a white clean brush. Not a white, but just a clean brush, and I blend everything together. And I also decided to pack on this purple shimmer on the lid. This one was very sheer, but it was still super pretty and a good topper. Now I'm going to be taking the Urban Decay glitter liner, and this one is the gold one, and I'm going to be pretty much placing this exactly where I cut my crease just to add a little bit more glam in there. And now I'm going to be using my eyelashes. These are the Angel Wings ones that I purchased at Glam Studio, and I'll link them down below. Then I spray my face using my favorite setting spray, which is the Urban Decay All Nighter. And my favorite highlighter at the moment is the Ofra Nikki Tutorials one, so I'm just popping that in the inner corners. And I'm also going to be highlighting my whole face with that. I've been loving this highlighter, you guys. It's literally like freaking blinding. I thought the Amrezy one was pretty blinding, but this one is like popping. Alright you guys, so I hope that you guys liked this tutorial. I had so much fun creating this look and I love how it turned out. I really do love this eyeshadow palette. I can definitely see the difference in pigments. I do have the 35B palette still. I got it when they barely had relaunched like the new version of it. So I have been using that for all my looks and I can definitely see the difference in pigments compared to this one. These were so much easier to blend, so much more vibrant. So just overall like super good. I didn't have too much trouble. The only colors that I wish were a little bit more vibrant are these highlighting shades right here, because these colors are gold, so more of like a, not silver highlight, but you know, more of like a white toned highlight, because you do have this white color here, but it's just matte, and then you have these two almost gold highlights. So I would have liked to see more of like a white highlight, because I love using that for the inner corner. And this one is still just a little bit too dark. I did use it at the on my lid at the very beginning, and it looks good. It's just like, to me, this color and then this color this one and this one look super similar in a way. I definitely do appreciate that the transition colors right here and then the white and the black are like a bigger pan, because those are definitely colors that you're going to be using more often. I'm super happy with the colors he chose. So you have your yellows, orange, reds, greens, blues, purples, pinks. Like, you literally have every color in the rainbow to create what you need. So overall, I definitely think it's an awesome palette. I honestly have no like huge complaints about it. I do wish these palettes had a huge mirror, like that'd be super cool, but I know that packaging isn't always what we want, you know. This is super bleh. This is still super cute. It has the Unleash Your Inner Artist quote. And yeah, you guys, like, honestly, bomb palette. He did say that you needed to prime your lids with like an eyeshadow primer. I just used concealer like I usually do, and I feel that the pigments still worked very well. So I am curious to try it with an actual eyeshadow base, but we will see. With this one, I just used the Huda Beauty concealer, as you guys will see in the as you guys saw in the tutorial. And everything turned out super good. So let me know your thoughts if you guys are gonna buy this palette, and what you think of this final look. And yeah, I'll check you guys out on my next video. Please make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.